Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. Listen, you guys, we are at part 2 of the Diddy indictment, Unsealed, and he has been charged federally, and he is currently locked up in New York City in a prison or jail that they're saying is probably one of the worst that you can be in. And all I have to say is karma, 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 if all of these allegations are proven to be true. Jail is not meant to be the Beverly Hills Hotel by any means, shape, form, or fashion. These documents that we are going through is very triggering. So trigger warning when I start reading part 2. And I'm going to say also, I've noticed that in reading this, a lot of it I feel was pulled from what Cassie initially filed through the lawsuit. I am going to say that Cassie is definitely the Fed's number one person telling this story. And I think that because Cassie came out and told her story, it's leading a lot of other people to come out and speak on what they know. I'm saying this because I think a lot of details, other names of other celebrities, security members, his personal staff, assistants, and whoever else has yet to be revealed. Now, as of right now of the making of this video, Diddy is actually saying to his lawyer that he wants to take the stand. Personally, I think it's a bad idea. I think they're going to rip him apart when the prosecutors get their turn. On the other hand, I think that the victims deserve to have justice in this case. I think a lot of people involved in this Diddy situation has yet to really come out and speak. And it seems like a lot of people are sharing the same stories. And other celebrities will definitely probably come out in some degree and get dragged into this publicly. I'm definitely waiting to see who is drawn into this situation. Now we're about to start part 2. It is very brief, and then we have a definite part 3 coming soon. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit all so you can see when that video is coming in next. I'm about to get into this right now. And again, trigger warning, everybody. Continue where we left off. Members and the associates of Combs Enterprise included high-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and other Combs business employees, facilitated the FOs, among other things, booking hotel rooms for the FOs, stocking the hotel rooms in advance with required FO supplies, including pharmaceuticals, baby oil, lubricants, extra linens, and lighting, and cleaning the hotel rooms after the FOs to try to mitigate room damage, arranging for travel for victims, commercial workers, and Combs to and from these FOs, resupplying Combs with requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial work, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluids. In or about March 2024, during searches of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, and LA, law enforcement seized various FO supplies, including pharmaceuticals and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Combs subjected his victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to cause them to engage in the FO. Combs maintained control over his victims through, among other things, physical properties, promises of career opportunities, granting and threatening to withhold financial support, and by other coercion means, including tracking their whereabouts, dictating the victim's appearance, monitoring their medical records, controlling their housing, and supplying them with pharmaceuticals. During and separate from FOs, Combs, among other things, put his paws on people, threw things, dragged them, sometimes by their hair. These acts often resulted in physical injuries that took days or weeks to heal. Combs also threatened victims' careers and livelihoods, including if they resisted participating in such acts. Victims believed they could not refuse Combs' demands without risking their financial or job security or without repercussions in the form of physical or emotional. Combs also used the sensitive embarrassment and incriminating records that he made during such acts as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of his victims. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise, including Combs security personnel, at times carried firearms. On more than one occasion, Combs himself also did the same thing to intimidate and threaten, including victims of and witnesses to his abuse. In or about March of 2024, during searches of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, law enforcement seized such properties as well as ammo, including 3, you guys can read that, with defaced serial numbers, as well as a drum. Members and associates of the Combs enterprises enabled Combs' control over victims by following his directions regarding financial payment to them, advancing or suppressing the victims' careers, and acquiring the controlled pharmaceuticals Combs used to keep the victims compliant. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise at times witnessed Combs' behavior toward his victims and the injuries which he caused without intervening. Instead, members and associates of the Combs enterprise helped conceal what was happening by, among other things, assisting Combs in monitoring and preventing them from leaving locations such as hotels or his residence. These occasions included instances in which a victim was required to remain in hiding, sometimes for several days at a time, to recover from injuries that he inflicted, without being publicly observed. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise also assisted Combs in locating and contacting victims who attempted to flee his behaviors. When employees witnessed his behaviors or others threatened Combs' authority or reputation, Combs and members and associates of his enterprise engaged in acts against them, threatened them, and verbally abused them. These acts including kidnapping and arson. In addition, on multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as put his hands on them, around their neck, and etc. When Combs' authority or reputation was threatened by possibility of negative publicity or legal or law enforcement action against him, including in or about late 2023, following public allegations of Combs' crimes, Combs and members and associates of the enterprise pressured witnesses and victims, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent and not report what they experienced or knew to law enforcement. On calls, Combs and other members and associates, among other things, provided these victims and witnesses with a false narrative of events in an effort to conceal Combs' crimes. Combs called these calls to be recorded on at least 2 occasions. This will be the end of part 2 as we go into the next count of racketeering for part 3. Please like, share, and subscribe. And be safe, you guys. Enjoy your evening. Bye, guys.